So in my hands here is the brand new RICOH GR4 Monochrome. I have been using the RICOH GRIIIx, which is a 40mm camera for more than a year now. And when I got to know that RICOH announced the GR4 and also the GR4 Monochrome, I was very excited. So I reached out to Futuromic and I told them, hey, can I try the monochrome camera? Because I haven't tried a purely monochrome camera before, and also I've never tried the 28mm RICOH GR before. So with this camera, I got to experience both things I want to try. And in this video, I just want to share with you some of my thoughts using this camera for more than 3 weeks now. What's up guys, Jason Smashpop here, and if you are watching this video, most likely you are a GR user. It's just that you are curious how it's like using a monochrome version of the GR4, right? I hope you are that kind of person, because I'm not going to talk about specs. Assuming you already know the specs, or you can actually Google the specs by yourselves. All I can say is that it's using a 25 megapixels camera sensor, which is very good and also very sharp, just like every other generation of the RICOH GR. And design-wise, it looks very similar with a little bit of change. Now, the first difference that I can feel compared to the GRIIIx is that the body is a little bit thinner, which makes it more compact than it used to be. And also at the back here, the button placement and also the side keys have also changed. So on the thumb grip here, you now get the plus and minus button and also a preview button at the side. Now, I really like the change of the scroll wheel in the middle here to buttons, directional buttons, because it's easier to press and easier to control. And I also like the change of the plus and minus button here, because now I can easily change the exposure by just pressing plus or minus. And a few more things I noticed compared to the GRIIIx that I have is that the power button now actually lights up when it's on, which is nice to see. And the GR logo on the front is actually blacked out to kind of match the monotone vibe. One thing that I really wish they improved on, which they did not, is that the additional of a tiltable screen, which they don't have, which I'm also not complaining, because if they add in a tiltable screen, that also means the thickness will increase. So I'm not complaining. It's nice to have, but if the technology doesn't allow in 2026, then maybe we have to wait a few more years. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the design that I feel. So as this is my first experience using a monochrome camera, I feel that apart from photos looking very vibey, like it looks really good, every photo tells a story, there's also a limitation, because I do bring this out to outings with friends or with family, and sometimes when I do take photos of my food, I feel it's kind of limiting because the food looks ugly in black and white, because food usually looks better in color. So I would say that if you are someone who takes lifestyle photos, especially food, this is probably not the camera for you. But if you're someone who only wants to purely capture street photography photos, I would say that this is probably one of the best monochrome camera you can get now for this price, okay? And I would say that the sensor, when it is black and white, it is higher details compared to a color sensor, because now all the pixels on this 25 megapixel sensor are used to capture light, instead of capturing colors and then it interpolates into whatever you want. But now it is purely doing one job. Every single pixel is to capture how bright and how dark the scene is, which also means higher details. Now, when I first got this camera, I saw that at the back here, there's this button called red filter. And I was like, what is this red filter? And I did some research. And usually people who take monochrome photos, they would use color filters to increase certain details or to change the attributes of a certain color tone. So this built-in red filter basically does certain things. For example, blue skies will look darker, the clouds will be higher in contrast, and items which are in red color will appear brighter. So it is kind of a variation of monochrome photos that you can take with this filter compared to without the red filter. And since this is a black and white camera, we do not get the film simulations or the different looks like what we usually get in the RICOH GR3, GRIIIx or GR4. So this red filter is probably our only option to make our photos look different. And also, in case you want to customize how your photos look, you also get to do it inside the settings, whereby you get to increase contrast, the grain or highlight, shadow, whatever. You can fully customize all those in the camera itself so that every monochrome photos that you take will be truly your own style. So as a conclusion, I would say that if you are an avid user of the RICOH GR series and you want a variation in your line of GR cameras, I would say that monochrome is kind of a nice option, only if you have the money to buy it, because it is not cheap, okay? And if you are spending a big amount of money to get a camera that purely captures black and white only, I would say it's not something that I would do, because at the end of the day, we can still take black and white photos with a color sensor camera, for example like the GR4 or your phone or any other camera. We can always edit our photos into monochrome. It's just that maybe if you want to print all these photos, like billboard size, whatever, you can actually get better details if you use a purely monochrome sensor camera like this. But if you're not, I would suggest you get the GR4 instead, which is a very good camera. Okay, so if you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the button below this video, share this video with your friends, and follow me on all social platforms. My name is Smashpop, and I'll see you in the next video. Yo!